Welcome. And now when I usually say no laughing on the show, I mean it. But today is no laughing matter. Now I chuckled a little bit, but don't make me laugh. Because this is not a laughing matter. Today's not a great day. We're almost 7 days away from the season kicking off. And a guy whom myself and maybe some others were expecting to play a large role in this season, I don't know what's going to happen, young man. I was an idiot when I was a kid, I'll be honest. So I'm not trying to be up here passing judgment. So off top, let me say that on the show. I've done stupid things as a child. Now, one of the things I did not do was inhale NOS oxide through a balloon or any other vessel because my mom was a nurse and she used to do the whole scare thing, you know. So I was real afraid if that stuff really messed with my brain, especially, you know, at a young age when that thing's still developing. So I've never personally done it, but I've bared witness to people who have. I've seen it live and direct in front of my face. I know the short-term effects. I know you feel goofy for like a couple minutes and then it's gone and you're pretty much fine and then you're good to inhale some more. But all that does is keep, you know, reciprocating the negative effects. So off the top, I want to say, kids, don't do drugs. Fuck's wrong with you? Kodak Black, I think he spoke to some kids the other day. He said something really nice, which said, kids, don't do drugs because they're really great and you'll like them. So if that's not a reason not to, maybe the development of your brain and your limbs, etc. Look, I've got a whole window here that I'll show you. These are the negative long-term effects. Now, again, the short-term effects, I get it. He's not going to be fucked up for a week. Like, I'm not some Nancy Reagan, just say no to drugs, kids. No, live your life, experience shit. But when you are in a professional profession, as an athlete, as a top 6 guy at a club, we bought you, gave you the number 8 shirt, and in a professional forum, you've been sometimes good, sometimes shit, sometimes non-existent. Now, it's one thing if you're performing as one of our top 3 players last season, top 5 players. You know, people who like to drink, I don't drink. But if you do like to drink, there's no judgment. You know, Jack Grealish going off kilter when it's off season. Bro, it's off season. Fuck around. Don't talk to me about my choices during the off season. But when we are fucking 7 days away, 8 days away, whatever it is, semantics at this point. When you are this close to a season kicking off and you are the number 8, the guy that Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall are looking at saying, I want to be better than this guy. How do I get better than Bissouma? Well, step number 1 is don't inhale fucking nitrous oxide. That'd be step number 1. But if you look at these long-term effects, now this is repetitive use of the nitrous gas, memory loss, vitamin B12 depletion, ringing or buzzing in the ears, incontinence, numbness in the hands or feet. Now, he uses his feet for his fucking job. It's kind of like a painter playing, what's that game where you put your hand on the table and then you stab in between all the fingers and you do that as fast as you can? That was a thing I remember hearing about, like Russian people did. I don't know. But, you know, if I'm a painter, I'm probably not going to play that game because I don't want to cut off the appendages that make my money. Numbness in the hands or feet cannot be. Limb spasms and loss of muscle control in arms and legs. So when he has an errant pass week 1 versus Leicester, are we all going to turn around and say maybe it was that nitrous oxide affecting his limbs long term? I don't know. Shout out Gatorade Twitch. They don't sponsor me, but they should. Weakened immune system. Now we know he picked up, what was it called? Malaria over the international break. I'm not saying he does have a weakened immune system, but all of these long-term side effects, you could say maybe he does. And if there's that much room for interpretation, I think there's a legitimate problem. Disruption of reproductive systems, I don't really care about that. I care about the immune system because I need a healthy player. I care about the limb spasms, the muscle control in his arms and his legs. I do care about that. I do care about the numbness in his hands or his feet. The ringing or buzzing in ears is not good. Incontinence, I mean, I think I know what that means based on the little etymology of Greek Latin. I'm going to look it up just so we're fucking crystal clear on what incontinence means. And I know someone in the chat right now is probably like, this is what it means. But incontinence is the inability to control the flow of urine from the bladder. Okay, so I don't really care about, well, I mean, this technically is all in his, internals. I need him running right, but I guess I don't really care about incontinence. I thought that was something else, but I guess I was wrong. So good thing I looked that up. But the memory loss, that's not good. Now, the reaction on social media has been a little different, and I haven't gone to the chat specifically before I said all this for a reason, because first of all, y'all are so beautiful and you distract me every time, you sexy bastards. But secondly, because I want to see what y'all are. I don't want to be swayed in my little monologue by what y'all are saying. I don't want to be influenced. I want to just say what I got to say. I got things bookmarked from Twitter, some of the reactions are on Twitter, and I'm very curious what y'all in the chat live right now think. Look, we're less than 10 minutes in. I never get down to the nitty gritty on an episode this quickly, and it's not because I'm in a rush. It is because I genuinely believe this to be an emergency meeting. This is a guy whom we have said is to be an engine in our midfield, and that is an area in the pitch in which we require so much brain function. And what bothers me is the long-term effects on his brain. Now, you want to do some silly shit on the weekend in the offseason, I don't really care. But for me, you're a week out before the season starts, and you doing something that genuinely fucks with your brain chemically. Now, whether it's long-term chemically, short-term chemically, I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm just a dude. And again, I've seen it firsthand. And it's not like they became pieces of shit, but some of them were on the more, how do you say, the ones who frequently did it anyway, they became not the greatest people in life aspiration wise. Now, they could have been great people for all intents and purposes, but the people who I knew who did it long term, they weren't the brightest, nor were they the smartest, nor were they someone I would look at and say, hey, I just signed a whole bunch of kids in a position that they play similar to you. Go out there and show them how to be a professional. And he's like, guys, he's said on record that I run the locker room. I'm the engine in the locker room. He's the personality, the DJ, he's all this and that if that is true and this motherfucker huffing gas, I'm sorry, dog. I love Dele Alli, but this is one of the reasons why I didn't want him back when people were talking about wanting him back. There's pictures of him with the balloons and the nitrous oxide. This is the thing for me. No judgment, bro. You want to have fun, do your proclivities or whatever it may be, your little things on the weekend. I was having a chat with someone on Twitter. Shout out Simon Yemaine. He was talking about how in Sweden, this stuff is like over the counter. You can get it anywhere. But to buy alcohol, you have to go to a specific store, blah, 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 blah. But for me, I mean, alcohol is a known poison as well. So like two wrongs don't make a right necessarily, just because one place that, but it is illegal in the UK as far as I understand the law. It is illegal to consume it to get high here in America as well. So it is illegal to my understanding, but outside of legalities of what society says, I care about Bissouma as the player. Therefore, I don't want his brain being fucked up, his limbs being numb. I don't want his feet, head function, brain, body shit. I don't want that out of whack just because you want to get fucking goofy for 5 minutes in a car while he's driving in between the fucking GQ store and the Gucci store. Because we do know he likes to live a lavish lifestyle. Now, again, it's one of the things that I've enjoyed as a Bissouma fan. I have a number 38 shirt in my fucking closet right now because when we bought him, I was so excited. I was so enamored with the idea of this guy who I've seen at Brighton boss us every time we play them. And I'm thinking, wow, we're really going to get a stud here. And he struggled his first year. I gave him excuse after excuse after excuse. I said, okay, it was Conte, it was health, it was this. Then the next year's international tournament. Oh, he got malaria. Oh, he was only good for 9 games. Sarr goes out that 10th game. Then he was kind of ass after that. And then he never really picked that back up. Now, this preseason, I've been seeing him with nice turns on the ball, nice carries, progressive passes, really looking like a player that I wanted to see more of and to continue to nurture the plant that was growing, I guess, so to say. But for me, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'll be so honest. Lucas Bergvall has been giving me every reason this preseason to believe that he could crack into this starting 11. Why am I giving it to Bissouma, who's fucking... All right, so now let's get to the really stupid part. This is the most stupid part about it. Now, doing the nitrous oxide as a professional athlete, I think is fucking stupid. Now, if you're like me or you're a dude who has no wife, no kids, no responsibility, bro, do whatever the fuck you want. No judgment, dog. Inhale as much gas. Enjoy yourself. Live your best life as long as you're not hurting other people or malnourishing others around you, like animals or children, etc. I'm the last person to try and pass judgment on anybody. But when you are a professional athlete, I see that as something millions of people wish they could become. There's thousands of people trying to become that right now, and hundreds that are literally doing it right now, becoming that. So it's really upsetting when someone has just the God-given talent and the work rate that's gotten them to here, like in Ndombele. It just, like, I don't know what Ndombele did. He was never stupid enough. Hey, say what you want about Ndombele. He was never stupid enough to inhale balloons and upload it on the fucking Snapchat. Because I would not be having this conversation right now if he had never uploaded it to Snapchat. Now, there was something I did when I was really young that I was very, very stupid. But I thought people would think I was cool. Here's a little confession before I say hello to the chat. And I'm just getting this all off my chest. All right? When I was young, 8th grade going into 9th grade, very young child. Me and my best friend at the time, I used to skateboard. This is before I became a big motherfucker. I was already big, but it was like, eventually I became too big to skateboard. So this is back when I was a skateboarder, and before cell phones and all that shit. So really people, when they wanted to film shit, you'd use a little camcorder, a handheld camcorder type shit. All right. And me and my friend, we're like, hey, can we borrow that camera? We want to film some skating. We're going to go to one of the parks and we're going to go skate and grind on shit or whatever. I don't really know what the intent was. But what ended up happening was we ended up vandalizing a whole bunch, and we filmed it all, and we thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great. Oh, how beautiful it's going to be. How cool am I going to look in front of all my friends next year? I'm like, wow, Jacob, bro, you're so badass, bro. You vandalized and you, like, you know, did stupid shit on a camera. Like, I guess I thought that was cool somehow. Again, my brain, my frontal lobe wasn't fully done developing. It doesn't fully develop until you're 25, but that's neither here nor there. But again, I've been stupid, and I filmed it. And then I gave that camera with that film back to the owner, whose father then is like, what tape do I have where I can record football practice on? And he goes and he sees my friend shitting in a cup, and then we throwing it on cars. Like, what are we, animals? I mean, again, doing stupid shit's one thing, but then filming it and leaving it evidence. Oh my God, that was a huge learning moment in my life. I remember my stepdad came to me. He said, Jacob, you know how much stupid shit I've done in my life? You know how much dumb, stupid shit I've done in my life? But I never got caught for it because I didn't film it and then fucking share it with people? Leave it in something to then be later discovered? I thought I was being cooler by letting people eventually find out the crimes that we had committed. Oh no, but that was a summer from hell. I'll tell you what. My mother whooped the shit out of me, shaved my head. I went to my dad's, did a whole bunch of chores. It was a whole bunch of shit. But anyway, major learning moment. Stupid. How old are you, Yves Bissouma? I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know how old he is. Is he 28? 27? He's 27. He's 27 years old. His frontal lobe is fully developed. No fucking excuse. Zero fucking excuse. No room for bargaining, in my opinion. Bro, when I was 27, I ain't filmed nothing for nobody to incriminate me with. And I'm not a professional fucking athlete that a lot of kids look up to. Kids wearing number 8 Bissouma. Oh, I want to be a midfielder like Bissouma. Now do you want to be? Every parent probably saying, never wear that fucking shirt in my house. Now, I still got the number 38. I'm not a judge, jury, and executioner, so I don't know what the best thing. But look, I just Googled fucking Bissouma age. I just did Bissouma in the Google. And look, it's already, bro, one of the first things that pull up is you huffing gas. Dog, I don't want that at my club. That's my first instinct, is I don't want that at my club at all. This is ridiculous. You are a grown man, a professional. I bought your damn jersey. I'm like so disappointed. I'm like, You know when a parent's like, bro, I'm beyond mad. I'm just fucking disappointed. I'm not his parent. He don't have any fucking servants to me other than I'm a fan of the club that employs him. But again, to disrespect the club that employs you, which is my club, the club that I fucking yell at motherfuckers for hours on the internet about and text for hours yelling at motherfuckers for hours for my club, and you disrespect to me, bro. I don't, again, I'm not judge, jury, executioner. I don't know what the right fucking punishment is. That's not for me to answer. It's definitely up to the club and Ainge. But for me, this don't sit right. I don't like it. My kid's seen that shit. Oh, hell no. My life changed. Bro, I think he's a dad. Now you're, as a dad, being like, I'm sorry, world, for doing drugs and uploading it to Snapchat. Bro, the only reason I've ever had Snapchat on my phone since I've been beyond 30 is because Sam uses it. And in Jordan, you can't use the phone on WhatsApp. So he can only call on the phone on Snapchat. It was literally that. Now he's 27, but bro, it's 2024, soon to be 2025, and you still using Snapchat. It's dead, bro. Snapchat is dead. What are you doing? Dog is more stupid than I ever thought. And I think that's part of why I don't want him at my club anymore. And the more that I talk about it, the more I'm getting it off my chest and really understanding how I feel about it. I don't want that at my club because not only one, is it a bad example, it's horrible optics, number two, and number three, he's being a detriment to himself. I want my professionals to be just that, a fucking professional. And that means taking care of the vessel that you have right now and actually improving it so you can be better on the pitch. Now you're taking drugs, inhaling drugs, nitrous oxide, whatever you want to call it, that's a fucking drug. Legalities of society notwithstanding. Memory loss, numbness in hands or feet, ringing or buzzing in the ears, limb spasms, loss of muscle control in arms, long-term effects of gas use. Now, short-term effects obviously makes y'all like, whoa, dude, fucking groovy, man. Which, bro, that's cool on the summer. Again, you want to do what you want to do. I ain't your dad. I'm not your son. I don't depend on you in any manner of my life other than my fandom to my club. And this is just a fucking disappointment. I'll be so honest. I'm so fucking disappointed. Anyway, there's over 100 of you here now, and I've been fucking ranting for 20 minutes. Because I've honestly, I'm fucking disappointed. I just refreshed the YouTube page, and the first comment I see is Jacob acting like a school drugs are bad, okay? Again, bro, I don't care, dog. But my season starts in 7 days, and you're doing fucking gas. Now, if you're some dude playing Call of Duty and you fucking work at McDonald's, I don't give a fuck, dog. Do all the gas you want to cope with the life you're living. I cope with the life I live in different manners, as do you, as does everybody. But from all accounts and purposes, bro's on top of his shit, and he's actually trying to knock himself down. It's a self-detriment thing that I hate. Bro, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's so fucking stupid, dog. Again, any of us, I don't give a fuck, dog. You could be my friend. I wouldn't think any different of you. You go do this, put it on Snapchat. I'd be like, what a dummy. Hopefully he's being safe. That's all I really care about. But this is a guy whose fucking physical body and brain and the connectivity all between the three, not great. Bissouma did nothing wrong. You were overreacting. Okay, King Kai. You probably huff it, and you're huffing it right now saying it's okay. Bro, again, I'm not here to tell him what to do and what not to do with his fucking life. It's just not something I want my players at my club doing. And that's my opinion, and I don't give a fuck how anybody feel about it. That's not something I want my kids or my players at my club to do. Now, if you're the coach, I don't want him doing it either, even though I don't depend on anything but your brain. It still fucks up your brain. Bro, you're 27 years old huffing gas. Grow the fuck up. Sick of these kids, man. This generation think it's all fucking Gucci belts and goddamn watches that cost $125,000. $125,000 could have fed a lot of people. Big up Drula, member for 9 months, says, what a fraud. Big up everybody in the chat. I'll make sure I say hello to y'all here. Staffy with the red balloons. Oh, is that for Bissouma? Okay. I'm scrolling all the way up to the top so I can make sure I say hello. I just had to say all that, y'all. I had to fucking rant about it. I've got a poll in the chat. Let me know how you feel. I tried to represent... I guess I should have left an option for the gentleman who says it's nothing wrong. I should have left a nothing wrong option, but I didn't do that. What would you do with Bissouma after this? 45% says sell ASAP, make an example for the youth. 32% says I don't know, but he's more stupid than I fear. And that's where I'm at, bro. I don't know what to do with him, but he is more stupid than I thought he was. I thought bro was smarter than that. I held him to a higher standard as a professional footballer that I was hoping to have a really good season at my club. I mean, Maradona was doing cocaine and he was the best player in the world and no one says shit. But again, it's a different time. He wasn't uploading it to Snapchat. He wasn't saying, hey, here's a photo of it for all y'all. Anyway, big up LFC Aaron. How you doing? Big up Nita. Hello again. Chewy's here. Everybody's here. Hello, Nita. How you doing? Big up Drula. Says this has really pissed me off. Big up Drula. Where's the respect for Ainge and his teammates? I've lost all respect for him. Rowan says, Biz, what should we do with you? A lot of people doing that stuff at clubs when I was in Thailand last year, but man, as big role model, etc., why do you post that shit publicly? Again, that's the part. You do it in private. I'm not having this conversation about how I don't like the way this looks to me. But bros huffing it on Instagram and smiling and thinking, oh, ain't nothing I'm doing wrong here. Just think about the kids, bro. I know Michael Jordan will say fuck the kids, and his son is literally snorting cocaine in Paris right now. So I guess fuck the kids, right? He's been on a big decline. This is part of it for me as well, Rowan, that going forward, every time he misplaces a pass, he turns the ball over. I'm going to be like, is this because you do fucking gas? Is your brain okay? Bissouma's overrated as fuck anyway. Says Manny, big up Fifth Elemento. Stupid idiot. I always knew he was a failure. I didn't feel that way. Definitely did not before today. Drula, he does not got respect. You know, I even forgave him for that diverse loop, which was very stupid as well. But again, like, was he smoking weed? I think for me, smoking a plant is a lot different than like a man-made gas that you're putting into a balloon and then inhaling, and that makes your brain go wah 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 wah. That is a lot different than having an edible, smoking a joint. That's actually medicinal, and I wouldn't even care because it's rehabilitative. It's been discovered medicinally. Marijuana is rehabilitative for muscles, joints, and it's great for athletes. The NFL, NBA are starting to loosen up their regulations on it because they know the medicinal effects of it. So for me, I would have preferred this motherfucker was smoking a doink on live. Honestly. Fifth says kick him out. Drula. Yeah, posting on social so dumb. Bader says Bissouma is a clown. Bissouma. I don't know if anyone's named him Bissouma yet. Imagine opening your phone and seeing this shit. Bro, imagine going to Snapchat and you're like, my favorite player posted something on Snapchat. Click. And he's like, oh, fuck, dude. You fucking feel that, bro? I'm suited, dog. Like, bro. Rodman did worse. What would you have done about him? How long did he play at the Bulls? That's exactly what they did with him. They said, all right, we'll squeeze this juice till there's no fucking... And that's, again, what they did to Rodman was not out of giving a fuck about Rodman as a person who was struggling mentally, and that's why he was doing these things. It's been well documented. Rodman has admitted it himself. He was depressed, going through all type of shit. So, yes, he did do worse. But the Bulls, all they did was say, well, let's just get him to perform at these big matches we need him to perform, and that's what they did. I care more about the person. I would have preferred to see the Bulls say, I don't care more. I care more about the people that I'm fucking employing. And like, bro, you say this shit's a family, but then as soon as the motherfucker's huffing gas, you want your sister huffing gas? You want your auntie, your kids? You want your kids looking at Bissouma huffing gas, having a great time, being like, that's the life I want to live, in a fancy car with fancy clothes, with all the fancy shit, and I'm huffing gas. Again, Rodman never took video and uploaded it. It was just videos of him arriving in Vegas before a match. But you know what he did the next day? He still practiced with the team, threw up 7 times, but he wasn't lacking in the performance department either. So I think those go hand in hand as well. Rodman was still performing whilst being a fucking about, which someone should have cared about him, in my opinion. Someone should have cared about Dennis Rodman enough to say, we're going to try and get you help because clearly something's not okay mentally. You need therapy, bro. You need somebody to help you. That's my opinion. Shout out Trinity Rodman. Where was I in the chat? Big up Zapur though. Again, it's okay to feel however you want to feel. Unless you're a professional athlete, then it's shame on you. But if you're a civilian, you're not like a fucking person in power. You're just a dude. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. Just watch my shoes. Do what you do, but watch my shoes. Bissouma getting suspended. Has that been confirmed? Is there a source on that? Ribsy, big up Ribsy. Let me film myself doing drugs and post it. What could go wrong? I have no idea, my friend. It is the filming part that's the issue. Like, if you never filmed this, now I have a reason to say you're fucking up. Like, you need to be benched. You're huffing gas. You can't pass. What does this say again? Let's look at this together, ladies and gentlemen here. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Limb spasms or loss of muscle control in arms and legs. This is a guy who uses his arms and legs and muscles and controls them and tries to not have them spasm so he can play well. But instead, look, I have Bissouma gas. I Google Bissouma, just Bissouma, not even gas. And there it is. There's me huffing some gas. You're probably wondering how I got here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and around we go. Bro, I just want a normal day at Tottenham. I don't want a dude who I'm supposed to be depending on making the rounds for huffing gas. Think about the distraction that is now. And he just apologized. He's like, I'm sorry. That's my bad, y'all. Big up Queen Ellie Hoiberg. Yeah, we haven't signed Traore. Jacob, Spurs will finish 7th this season, no trophies. You sound like you're fun on the weekends, Bader. Rip up his contract and tell him who's laughing now. See, but then again, I do care about the person, so I don't know if like kicking him out on the street is the best idea. Like maybe we should try and help him or rip up his professional contract and help facilitate his rehabilitation if he's got a genuine problem. Or if he's like, I don't have a problem, it's nothing, it's blah, blah, blah. I just shouldn't have fucking filmed it. But then I would say, the deadline day is coming up, buddy. You better talk to your agent. We were looking forward to the new season. We get this. Big up George. It is unfortunate. Matt O'Reilly to the white, courtesy phone. Who's Matt O'Reilly? What did he do? I don't care that Bissouma had laughing gas. It's the fact he still uses Snapchat. That's a good one. Get him gone. He's not settled. Big up AJ. He's not settled himself as established himself as a mainstay in the team. In truth, he's flattered to deceive for the most part. I don't care where he goes, just not here. Big up AJ. Big up Jacob. I hope yourself and family are well. We are too blessed to be stressed. Obviously, my wife's not very happy. I had to do an emergency stream, but I'll be real. Jacob is actually cooking. Big up TJ Warren with the sponsorship. The fraud and the fraudulence is always going to be there, but he's donating it to the show. You know, the minimum amount you can to donate financially. So big up for that, and hitting the like, and being a moderator, and just being yourself. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren. Says, Jacob's actually cooking. Am I dreaming?
Am I dreaming?
No, This is my wife. When I turned to her, I said, breaking news, Bissouma. And she's like, who? I said, Bissouma's just fucking filmed himself and apologized, therefore confirming that he was huffing the gas on the Snapchat. And I was like, I have to do an emergency stream. My wife said, you're not stream? You said you weren't going to stream today. And I said, yes, but I have to now. I have to put my family on the back burner because this man decided to huff gas. And this is what my wife said.
Am I dreaming? Am I... Yo! What's that?
What's the point, man? That clip goes on for a minute, but big up Hamza. Staffy being very supportive with the balloons in here. Maybe it's triggering for those of you, you know, who like huff that shit. Bro, I don't want my dogs huffing that shit. I'll be honest. Like if one of my best friends was inhaling nitrous oxide, I would just make sure he knew the long-term effects. I would say, do as you please. I love you and I'm always here for you. Just be aware, here's a link. Here's a fucking screenshot if you don't want to click that link of the long-term effects. That way I feel like I did my duty as a friend. Now, again, that's me to a friend. So if it's contract, you know, employee to employer, maybe it's a little bit different. Big up AK, big up Rick C, big up Jazz Fusion. He's taking the piss. No, he's taking the balloon. What am I voting on? Oh, I think you already know now, Zapur. I'm way behind in the chat. Shout out 115 of y'all here for the emergency meeting. And it was actually an emergency meeting. So if you want to hear me go on a fucking rant, undistracted, the first 20 minutes, I go off on how I feel about it. And now I feel like I'm kind of like, okay, I got that off my chest. Let's see what y'all say. So big up Cursor, big up Finn, Rickwood, big up Jacob and the rest of the chat. Big up Tony Da Silva, Haley, Jacob, Chewy, and entire Tottenham Hotspur fan base. Big up to you, buddy. How are you doing? Don't do number 2. Yes, don't do it. If you love yourself, don't do it. Big up Benito with the super chat. He is a bum. Just a fucking bum. A fucking idiot. Big up Benito. I need that clip, but Hassam is actually a fraud and he won't send it to me. I've asked him 2 times in text message if he would. But yet here we are. I'm going to ask him again live on air. Can you send me that Mo clip, please? I need it. Just a bum. He's a bum and a fucking bum. Shout out Mo. That shit's hilarious. I love that clip. I might just have to go screen record it off of one of Sam's shows. Adam Phillips as a kid. He's 27. I mean, I'm 6 years his elder, so I would definitely be like, you're a young man. Get your shit together. Steady as Shark says, I'm disappointed. Bissouma, I'm not mad at you, buddy. Well, I mean, I am, but I'm more disappointed than I am angry. My balloons are ready, Jacob. No, don't do them. Soy uno dorito. Not along this guy had sexual charges on him now doing this shite. He's given bad name to the club. Get him out. Now, I did try and back him on all that. It was all alleged, and then it got dropped. So, but again, I've been watching Sopranos. I'm watching a documentary about King Von, and this motherfucker killed people and got off on those charges. So, like, guilty people can still get off on their charges. However, I don't know enough about Bissouma's SA charge to really speak about it, like, educatedly anyway. So I don't want to speak about that in an ill way. I don't want to bring that back on him because he was cleared of those charges, so I don't know anything about it. But what I do know about is this motherfucker huffing a balloon on damn camera. Big up Steady as Shark. This idiot thought it's cool to put his... Bro, I don't know what he thought. You know, I mean, I have uploaded shit to my story on accident when I meant to send it to somebody else on Snapchat. He dropped off so bad he's not even playing well. Be serious. Incontinence. It's fun. No, actually, it's not fun. It's very serious, apparently. But I learned what that was today. Big up Ravi. Big up to you. Big up Spurs GCTV. Big up ZX Nitrous. Isn't that what you use in street racing? Allegedly. That's what I thought too. Poetry of truth, says Daniel Field. I don't know which part you were saying that to, but big up Daniel Field. Big up Finn Rickwood. The whole Bissouma sums up our club, for fuck's sake. What we do next will be interesting to see, Finn. I will say that. Don't do drugs. Kids, don't. Drugs are bad. Is there... Do I need to find a fucking... Drugs are bad, okay? This guy, he's the counselor at South Park. Drugs are bad. I actually used to be able to do a good impression, but I stopped watching South Park some time ago. Okay, kids, I'll tell you what, don't go around doing drugs, okay? Drugs are bad. They'll screw your brain up. Bissouma, don't do drugs. Hassam just said no. Please, bro. Or I go screen record it elsewhere. You would just be helping me out. Hassam don't even want to help me out, okay? Drugs are bad. That's what I know. Do I want my kid sending me a photo? Hi, Dad. School's going well. Fucking Timmy in the back says hello. Jeez. I'm sure this guy even do shoe glue in plastic bags. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 7 days before the season. Shout out The Ring. 7 days. That's how many days until we play fucking Leicester. And this dude's going, fuck yeah, bro. Did that shit. And then he passes it to Timmy. And then Timmy's like, fuck yeah, bro. Timmy don't look like a professional athlete neither. So what the fuck does he got to lose? Nothing. Bissouma has everything in his image to lose. His respect, his dignity, his pride, his brain function, his limb function. Ay, Dios mío. Pinche perro puta madre. Just pisses me off. He needs PEDs. Get him out. Didn't he have something with PEDs when he was at Brighton? Correct me if I'm wrong. Mud says get him out. The same fuming says Jazz. Everyone's pissed. What if he pisses himself during a fast break? That's funny, but fucked up, but funny. But dark humor is allowed here. Oh, for fuck's sake, he ain't suffering any of that. It's his commitment to Spurs, says Archibald. Biden knows incontinence. I figured out what that was today. Marshall says Nos is something us Brits would do in secondary high school. It's a weird drug to still do, like find the canisters anywhere, but I assume he'll get a 2-week ban and learn from it. That's hurting my club at the end of the day. Shout out Deji, my club. That's a detriment to my club. This guy shouldn't be near the youngster locker room anymore. He'll teach them as well. I don't think Archie Gray and Lucas are going to be like, oh, word? You're doing, like, again, I was around people who did it, but it didn't mean I was like, I had enough of a brain to be like, no, I'm not going to huff that fucking gas that's hissing. And its purpose is like, I don't even remember for whipped cream. It's like, supposed to be, it's the pressurized air to help make whipped cream be all like, you know, and they're inhaling that. And that's fucking, that just don't sound good, bro. Just smoke weed. It's really like, that is a plant. You are inhaling a gas through plastic. And we know plastic is in everything, at least here in America. There's microplastics in everything, including you and me. Very immature. You're 27. You're supposed to be a leader in the locker room. Very immature. He's going to do a Lineker and wipe his ass on the pitch like a dog. Oh, no. Big up Chonkamawunga. He did it last night. It was yesterday, and he apologized today. Dude, not a scientist. Yeah, I'm a dude. I'm not a scientist. Get them likes up. Come on. I didn't go on an actual 20-minute rant about one subject specific. I guess I did rant about a few things. And I did come clean about a crime I committed as a child. Again, as a child, I did stupid things. I did very, very stupid things. And one of the stupid things I did, I filmed it and left it for people to see. This is before social media, Snapchat again. Very stupid. Bro, you're 27, dog. You're a grown-ass man. I said kid. You're right. He's a grown-ass man. Getting banned for the season, maybe. I don't know. You're going a bit Nancy Reagan, showing all those long-term effects when there's no proof at all. Bissouma's doing this all day, every day. But again, no sympathy for me. You are right, but I'm not saying don't do drugs. I'm just saying if you're a professional athlete, maybe consider these long-term effects of your choices. Drugs are bad, okay? Has he received any punishment yet? Not that I'm aware of, but I haven't checked. I haven't been on Twitter much. Like, I have it open, but I haven't like seen. I mean, maybe there's an update. I just see that's Bissouma out for Leicester. Bissouma's done. Do you think Bergvall realizes what a massive mistake he made yet? No, that's different. I think he's talking about something else. Yeah. No, I haven't seen anything. If y'all have, let me know. As you know, I'm trying to do this show, so I haven't really been keeping my eyes on Twitter. Rick says no need to go over the top. I hope Bissouma will learn from this and be more disciplined in the future. Yeah. Just a harmless potato. Good evening, all. Big up, Jacob in chat. Big up. The UK has only recently started making it illegal. Interesting. As a footballer, you should know better than that, says Shamu. I agree. Dumbass Snapchatted it. Bro. You're going to do some stupid shit. Bro, it's like taking a selfie of you and a girl that you're cheating on your wife with. You're like, here's a photo of me and my mistress at fucking bowling, and it's a selfie, and I just put it on Instagram. Are you stupid? I'm not telling you what to do in your life. You want to cheat, go ahead. But don't fucking put proof of it for your wife to use against you, especially in a court of law. Alcohol can fuck you up pretty bad too. Alcohol is the only drug known to man that once your body physically is dependent on alcohol, you completely withdraw it from your life cold turkey, you can actually die. Heroin will make you feel like you're going to die, but it won't actually kill you. Your organs won't actually just shut down and stop. But alcohol is the one that will. So alcohol is one of the worst drugs out there, and it can fuck you up. Look at how many fucking people's lives it is ruined. Especially if you're not fucking like emotionally, mentally stable. You know? Like sometimes I get super anxious about my kids and I get super anxious about the future for my kids. And it's like, how do I cope and handle big emotions? Do I turn to substances? Do I turn to activities? Do I turn to people? Do I turn to what is my distracting myself? You know, everyone has a different way of doing that. Alcohol is one of the worst ways you can do that. It doesn't seem like there's anything necessarily wrong, but again, don't judge a book by its cover. I would never say I know what Bissouma's mental and emotional state is, but if he's a fucking husband or a father like I thought he was, or even if he's just a father, this is not really the indications of a guy who's like got it all together, in my opinion. Like again, people who do it, who have done it, they've been much younger when I've seen them do it. People who've said they've seen that they've done it. Yeah, when I was younger and on high, we all do stupid shit. No judgment. I ain't Judy. All right? Ain't no Judge Judy in this motherfucker. All I'm saying is, bro, don't be so fucking stupid. Adam says, get rid. Just harmless potato. Oh my God, Bissouma. Your body's supposed to be your temple, bro. Again, if you're a fucking grocery worker, you want to do fucking nitrous oxide? I don't care, dog. I don't care. You know, as long as my fucking the shelves are stocked. Now, if I'm the owner of that store, I might care if my employees are doing drugs because it might affect your ability to stock the shelves. Therefore, I might, maybe this motherfucker I need to keep a little bit of a closer eye on. I don't know. Just not put it on social, man. Emergency. It is an emergency, Ren. Big up Daniel Field. Come on. How was it found out? It was on his Snapchat. He posted it. No one found it out. He showed it to us. It wasn't like detective work. It wasn't fucking Netflix true crime doc. It was this motherfucker said, hey, check this out. It's so dumb. It's so stupid, dog. Is Archie, so Archie's replaced? I think this means Lucas starts. I have a bunch of things bookmarked. I'll try and get to them real quick. I'm almost caught up in the chat, I think. Benching for the first game. Sahar says bad for his reputation. It is bad for the rep. Big up Mud, get rid of him. Some people perform better on drugs. That's true. Shout out Maradona. Motherfucker loved himself some. But, you know, I would also, as a friend or someone close to him, say, here's the long-term effects of that, my buddy. But do you. If he played well, I'd look the other way. I'll be real. Yeah, I mean, as long as he's not, like, committing crimes against people, I wouldn't care as much. But when you're, like, 50-50, don't do things that are going to make it worse. Do things that'll make it better. Like eat a healthy dinner, go to bed at a good time, get your ample amount of sleep, wake up, take care of your body. Bissouma can do what he wants. Leave him alone. King Kai, I don't have any say in his life, so he can do whatever he wants. Just like you. You can... Bro, you're L behavior. If Staffy was fucking shooting heroin, I'd tell him, bro, do what you do, but I would say if you want my opinion, don't do that. Don't do that. Smoke a cigarette or something. Don't do a hard fucking drug. Who else is here? Let me just make sure I say hello to everybody. When Conte said no to sauce anymore, I think it was in Dombele. I don't know. Tell you what, hell of a live stream. Big up. People will act like he did meth or something. Laughing gas, come on. Bro, 7 days before the season starts, Rick C. I don't like that shit. Here you go. Someone may be better equipped to speak on this. Ravi says, stay away from drugs, especially nitrous oxide. It killed my friend's daughter's boyfriend. So he knows somebody who has died from inhaling this substance that you're wanting to laugh off. I don't think it's a laugh off. It's not a boys will be boys. You are a grown ass man. Grow the fuck up. Be a fucking man. Do the right thing. Jacob Bissouma doesn't, if he's tuned in, he could turn it off, King Kai, just like you. This is my fucking channel. I'll give whatever goddamn speech I want to give, King Kai. The whole beauty of this fucking world is I'm allowed to feel and think and say whatever the fuck I want. And so are you. And so is Bissouma. And I'm allowed to speak on them dumb shit he does, like inhaling a stupid ass drug like a fucking child and then uploading it to Instagram, Snapchat like a fucking child. So King Kai, do me a favor and, you know, do one. Respectfully. This is an overreaction. You're welcome to feel however you want to feel. I don't think it is. Jacob Reagan. I hold my athletes to a standard. That's how I feel. I hold athletes to a standard. Any fucking player does this. I hold them. Bro, if Sonny posted himself inhaling gas, would you say, oh, it's just, oh, no, it would rattle the fabrics of your understanding of him as a human. And that's what it's done for me. So again, Rowan, if you think I'm being over the top and I'm Jacob Reagan, that's your opinion. You're allowed to it. All right? I ain't going to take that from you. But I'm allowed to feel however I want to feel. And if you think it's overreaction, maybe. Everyone reacts to a spider on the wall. Like if a spider crawls on your leg, I would react differently to the next man, to the next woman, to the next man. So that's, again, the beautiful aspect of life. Big up Royale. How you doing? Millionaires sniff glue. I don't know any millionaires that do. Laughing gas, Snapchat. Bissouma's strange. Snapchat's crazy. Has it been leaked just now? So no pun. I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter and was like, fuck, bro. Why is my guy, my alleged starting midfielder, doing nitrous oxide 7 days before the fucking season opens? Bro, do that shit in the beginning of the summer when you're on break. Do that shit when you go to Mali. I don't give a fuck what you do at Mali. You got malaria, so that's not good for your health. Partying like a teenager. Bro, live the lifestyle you want to live, bro. You could be 50 and want to party like a teenager. Just don't upload it to Snapchat. especially if you're employed by somebody and your performances dictate your employment. I would say it's pretty important. Jordan says, I've never trusted this player. Pick up Jordan. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. There's a whole bunch of chat. Jacob acting like a school counselor. There we are. Oh, I'm far behind. That was a long time ago I saw that. I'm going to skip ahead. Big up Queen Ellie. Just any new names, I'm gonna say something real quick. Yo, Jacob, I think Spurs got to him. You know, old saying, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Wabba jog you. That's a good one. He broke the law. Is it really too much to ask players to not do illegal shit? And even more so, not to post it online. I think it's fair. Deli had a mental illness, bimbo. I'm aware. That's what I said. I care about the human. Figure out what the fuck is going on. How can you help this man? Morler, or Mapin's here, not Morler. Thought I saw Morler. Mental illness, I bet. Deli Glazer, chill. Bro, Deli's gone through some traumatic shit. So yes, he does have a mental. He has mental health issues he needs to sort. At least it wasn't a Louis Vuitton balloon. I didn't know Louis Vuitton made balloons. Deli was trying to activate Sage, but that's crazy. Stefan Blah, what's good, Jacob? The season is upon us, and I'm so ready. Coops, toys, coys. I don't know what that means, but big up Stefan Blah. I'm ready for the season to start too, my friend. There's more news to talk about, so I'm going to move on from Bissouma in just a minute. Weed must be trash in England or something. Deshaun. Bro, you're so close to Amsterdam. It's like an hour flight, right? It ain't nothing that crazy. You know that Bissouma's next celebration will be the balloons. That's funny. What else? Who else? Weed is okay. I don't care. It's the same, but differentiating. Come on, bro. One's medicinal and one grows. You throw its seeds in the ground and you let the earth do its thing and it will sprout and make itself. Nitrous oxide is literally a chemical stored in a bottle. It's a whole hell of a lot different. Just like alcohol, fermented shit. I'm so far behind the chat. Y'all talking about Rodman. Big up Mel Knight. L Mod, I'm out of here. I didn't ban you. I don't know why you're doing that. I would have loved to bring in Onana, says daily uploads. Well, he's off. He's gone. Okay, but if Bissouma performs next week, what should we do? Delete his Snapchat, maybe? I think Bissouma's days are numbered, says Queen Ellie. Leftover wonder how long he's been doing this, though. Ainge said he would take attitude over quality any day. Yeah, Mud. So I guess that answers Zapur's. He don't care how well you perform. He cares how well of a person you are. I don't know. It's a disgrace. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. Diddler says sell this clown. I don't know if Fifth Elemento's mad at me. Why them players filming themselves? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. If not Matt O'Reilly, then another decent DM. Oh, he's a player. I thought Matt O'Reilly was a journalist who tweeted something. I smoked weed every day and was the best player on my team. Hell yeah, brother. That's what's up. Sounds sick. Biz giving us more. Jacob, what a champ. What does that mean? Yeah. How about that, Bissouma? You're tearing my family apart with your blatant drug use. Big up, Destiny. Good to see you in the house. This isn't the first time he's done this, so no way he looks comfortable doing it. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know about that personally. I don't know what someone comfortable doing balloons looks like. Ballouma. That's a crazy name. Yves Bissouma. He shouldn't be sacked off. He shouldn't take a suspension. He should be put into own training. He has admitted that he messed up, but I don't think this is an addiction problem. It's a stupid mistake, needs punishment. I think this is probably more balanced. Again, I've said in my whole screaming rant that y'all call me Nancy Reagan. I said that I don't know what the best route of action is I'm the last motherfucker to ask. I'm just creating the conversation because I don't like it. Punishment, training on his own, I'd be fine with that. Make an example out of him that way. It's like, if Chewy was a puppy and he fucking pissed, rub his nose in it and spank him. But now he's a full-grown dog. He pisses, spanking and rubbing his nose in it ain't gonna do him no good. He's a grown-ass dog. Big up, Jacob. Big up to you. Tory tight trouser wearers, but play to your best. That's the bottom line. Huh? What are you? What? Oliver Skip is smiling in the corner. Big up Mountain Bushman. Mountain Bushman. 100% agree with you, says Fifth Elemento. Big up Fifth. Big up Wilsey. Good to see you in the house. Smash that like button if you haven't. Got to get 100 likes for the dog. It is for the dog. TJ Warren, this ain't no allegedly. His motherfucking mouth is on this balloon. Ain't no allegedly. Won't find buyers for him. I think I would be fine with the club trying to rehabilitate him and giving him a slap on the wrist. Archibald, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure who you're upset with. I'm just giving my opinions here. Now every club's fans will say you employ druggists. Yeah, we are going to get the banter shit. We are going to get a lot of banter. Every show I go on now. Oh, but how can you say that? Your guy, he inhales, he does gas. It's going to happen. Ben Tanker will start. Oh, I saw a bookmark that I'm actually going to share with y'all because I find it kind of funny. Because you mentioned Ben Tanker, and this is someone's tweet. This isn't my tweet. Sergeant Sonny on Twitter says, having to choose between Ben Tanker and Bissouma for defensive mid. Now, I think it is extreme saying junkie. We don't know he's a junkie. He's a professional athlete. I don't think you can be a junkie and be an athlete. I don't know the technical definition of a junkie, but even if he's a habitual user, I wouldn't call him a junkie. To me, if you're a junkie, you would have to be like homeless and all you do is look for money for your substance. That is a junkie. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't smoke crack, bro. Lawrence Taylor was doing cocaine on the sidelines in the Super Bowl. Again, I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not here to fucking play Nancy Reagan. I'm just saying if I was a fan of the Giants and I gave a fuck about Lawrence Taylor's long-term health, I would say, don't do that, sir. But, obviously it's your decision to do what you want. He might do pot all way. I mean, that's fine. Saw a video of someone getting arrested for Facebook comments in the UK. I have no idea. Big up Eugene. Big up Eugene. It doesn't even look like he's doing drugs. It looks more like he's blowing a balloon for someone's birthday. You know what? This whole hour was a waste, Orez, because you're right. He could have just been on his way to a birthday party. Could have. I saw this, not changing the subject, but kind of. Alejo Veliz made his Espanyol debut yesterday, and he has been handed the number 9 shirt for the season. So he's already been made their number 9. How sweet. There's another photo of Bissouma. This was after the balloon hit. So when he's like, whoa, dude, fucking gnarly dog. But he apologized. He filmed himself inhaling laughing gas, uploaded it to his Snapchat. Possession of laughing gas with intent to get high was made illegal last year. Bissouma apologized for these actions last night, saying he had an, quote, severe lack of judgment, end quote, in doing what he did. Tottenham have said that they're looking into the events and it will be dealt with internally. So that's the final word. We'll see what happens when they actually get down to it. Which brought up this interesting question for me. What would be your midfield 3 to start the first game of the season against Leicester? Does it include Bissouma? Roy Park says needs to be disciplined. Fine a 1-game ban. Needs to know his career is at stake. He needs to know something. I mean, he needs to know that, like, we're trying to help him too, I think. Like, I'm trying to... What's your opinion? Jacob just joined. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Bad boy. He needs some milk. Drink milk. Don't do nitrous oxide.
On the people. Oh, somebody. Oh, he needs some milk.
He definitely needs some milk. Come on now. Bissouma can just F off out of our club. We can't carry him. I've changed my mind. Queen Ellie. Ellie, if you want to come on and give your opinion, please text me. Let me know. I was actually thinking about, for the last part of the show, opening the panel up. I just putting the link in the chat and seeing, what y'all saying about it. But I got to run through these bookmarks. Hopefully I can get done with. Bro, I'm so far behind in the chat. Holy shit. Y'all are killing it right now. Did we hit 100 likes? This one says 40 likes away. I'm refreshing. No. We have 79 likes. Why y'all do me like that? Why y'all do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? I don't know. No wonder Bissouma can't run back on defense. I'm starting to wonder, were all those mistakes because you're a fucking gas inhaler? Again, no judgment. Just don't play for my club, please. Question, would you perform better in a football match, Bissouma while high, or sober Oliver Skip? I think a high Bissouma is better than a sober Skip, because we've seen sober Skip. All right? We know what that looks like. The whole midfield's way too inconsistent. Come on, get them likes up. Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, Wild, Young, and Free. Yeah, come on. The chat was flying. Yeah, I'm so behind. I'm trying to catch up. I don't like to be a dick and just forget everybody. Like DeFarsher. I haven't said hello to DeFarsher. He says the fucker has been playing like he is sedated. Now we know why. Wearing sunglasses indoors is worse than drugs. That's up for debate. Just another day at Spurs, potato. David Shear. What I miss? Angel won't run him around. Good morning, David. Good morning, Australia. Have you huffed your morning gas yet or no? Sorry, that's unhinged. I shouldn't have said that. Have you huffed your gas yet or no? God damn it. I was trying to say something else. But have you huffed your gas or no? God. All right, I'm moving on. Lacks the attitude to be a professional footballer. Yep. You think, bro, Yves is having his whippets. Oregon good. See, I told you the rivals will be here to mock us. He's just open. He's leaving us vulnerable, like. In The Sopranos, I've been watching The Sopranos. You disrespect the family. How dare you disrespect my family on the day of my daughter's wedding? How dare you do that? It wasn't my daughter's wedding, but it's 7 days before the fucking season starts. Why would he video it, dog? Big up Daniel Coy's. Good to see you back. Yes. Just do it and don't show me, bro. And then I'll just be pissed if you're shitty or not. And I won't have to, have a moral ground on your extracurricular activities. I don't believe in accidents these days. Transfer window's still open, and I'm pretty sure a scandal like this can accelerate his exit. You think he's trying to do this to force his exit? That's a hell of a coincidence. Those are connections I would love to make when I create my conspiracy channel. Not long ago, Kanye came out saying he was addicted to nitrous, and now Bissouma is doing it. Is nitrous the new wave or something? Nova, not only Kanye West, but also Lil Yachty, a.k.a. Lil Boat, a.k.a. I don't know what other AKAs he goes by. But there's a manager in the music industry that's been getting the young kids hooked on these fucking gas, and it makes them, more susceptible to being taken advantage of in regards to financials and the specific, I don't know, but I did hear about that from Kanye, and I did hear about that from Mr. Yachty as well. Judge Mathis, big up African Cat, good to see you in the house. I'm not trying to be a judge, no sir. His immature as a player and a person makes sense after watching him play. Bergvall isn't as good as Gray on defense though. It's debatable. 30 away from 100, keep it going, come on now. I'm shameless. I'll take the drug addicts if we won leagues. I mean, I'll take one league with a few drug addicts. But after that one, then I'll be more picky. I said L behavior about the van. Yes, I was a cochino, a pinche perro. Ay, Dios mío, cabroncito. Yes, I was all that and then some. But I learned from it, damn it. I did that when I was fucking 13. Not when I'm 27. We need 3 more players in, says Sif Jacobs, including 3 out, including Bissouma. Big up, Sif Jacobs. Good to see you in the house. Big up, Staffy. 30 likes from 100. Big up, Staff. AB15. Yay. Yay? As in Kanye? My wife told me yesterday if I miss Kane, I told her, Kane is that dude that was your best friend and now screwing your mom. Oh, my God. My wife. Oh, my God. That's a crazy sentence, bro. Who would you guys replace? For anyone who didn't see my reaction to Harry Kane, it's on the watch along yesterday. I haven't watched it back because I'm sure it's very cringy, but I definitely remember losing my head. I was pissed and I was like nostalgic and I was pissed. It was a weird moment. And then my wife busted in here and was like, "Oh, is that Kane? Oh, yay. Hi, Harry." I'm like, what? We don't root for Harry Kane anymore. Who would you guys replace Bissouma with if you do sell? I don't even know. I haven't even thought that far. Who knows that we're even going to sell him? It might be a slap on the wrist. You know how many posters in Korea would need to be removed if Sonny did that? Yeah, imagine Sonny's like, I would look at him a little bit differently. I mean, I'd still be like, I hope you're okay as a human, most importantly. He works and plays for a brand. The brand is important and goes everywhere with you. Very, very true. This is Fifth Elemento, very good point. Because when Eric Dyer was employed by Tottenham Hotspur, I was fuming that he would go and represent our brand that we love so much as like a rival fan would, taking the piss. And Tottenham, y'all never win anything, right? Oh, no, we don't. Oh, James Portnoy, I love you. That was embarrassing, and he was embarrassing the brand that he played for. And that was the point in which I said, Dyer, you're dead to me. Okay? Now, Bissouma's not dead to me. He didn't say fuck Tottenham and then inhale a balloon. He just did something that I would prefer him to not do. And it's a naughty. So again, I'm not completely saying I would just sell him, ship him out. I would definitely, something has to be done, because you can't let anyone in the world look at this and say this is just okay as an athlete. I don't know, man. Y'all making me sound like Nancy Reagan, man. Yeah, people are acting like this is a normal thing. It's not normal. Dude, all the 20-something-year-olds, when I was in the peak of my physical fitness and I was playing basketball 5-6 hours a day at the gym, playing pickup 5-on-5 for fucking 4 hours a day, at the gym for 6 hours a day. When I was doing all that, nobody around, like the most you would do is like get a couple beers, but even still, beers in moderation, like 2 beers, you're good, 3 beers, you're fine. Everyone's different, but for me, I didn't like overdoing it. Alcohol poisons my body and my mind. I don't like it. That's why I don't do it. I'll do it if it's like, a celebration and I want to get stupid and I want to be a goofball and be fucking incoherent and not in control of myself, then yeah, I have fun. But if I have a fucking big thing that's happening in 7 days, I'm not like, what I should do is something that'll just fuck it up. I try to prepare. He's 27, my G. August 30th. Bro, his birthday's August 30th, so he'll be 28 at the end of this month. And there was also a bookmark that I had. Again, I don't want to sound like Nancy Reagan, even though y'all say I'm Nancy Reagan. There was a quote that came out from Richarlison. Here it is. So this was the article that came out a while back. And I remember being like, oh, Bissouma sounds like a fucking dude to have fun with. Big up Mile High Hotspur, by the way. So this transcript here says, it's Richarlison speaking to someone about Bissouma, saying Bissouma likes everything about Brazil. He likes everything, the good and the bad. He likes to go out. He likes everything. He likes us. Richarlison was then asked whether he would take Bissouma to visit Brazil with him. He claims he would actually never do that. He says, quote, I won't take him. I don't want that responsibility. Emerson Royale also said he fears what Bissouma could do in South America, which in Brazil specifically, it's very, bro, you can buy whatever you want. You just got to be on the right street. Says, quote, he's going to get arrested there. He's going to do a lot of stuff out there. Wow. So it's just, this was 6 months ago, I think, that this came out, that interview about them saying like Bissouma's a party guy. So clearly he likes to have fun. Again, I like to have fun. But, have fun in the off season, bro. Do your vices in the off season. Just you can't even test for nitrous. I think it's out of your system within a couple hours, and it's like the effects of it are gone within a couple of minutes. So it's not. Need stickers on NAF. Are they hard to do? Any advice? I don't know. Oh, you talking about these? No, they're easy to do from your phone. My suggestion is do them from your phone, because doing them from the computer, it's all weird about the format. So just do it from your phone. This is the poor example that should not be tolerated at Spurs, says Civ Jacobs, especially with these young wonder kids coming through. Big up, Jacob. Don't know what happened last time, but I show my love to you always. Big up, Destiny. I always got love for you. I don't know what happened last time. I think shit gets weird. Shit gets misunderstood. Then there's always, people acting like they're a different account, and you never know what's going on. But big up, Destiny. I see you. Nick Carey. He's supposed to be one of the leaders. He's not setting a good example. I agree. Pointing finger. Hey, Tyler. How you doing? I didn't skip you. I almost did. Pointing fingers at others mean there are three pointing back at you, says David. Yes. I remember sucking on helium at Mate's 21st and leading a rendition of Sweet Child of Mine. Is that the same? Helium doesn't... All that does is it crystallizes your throat temporarily, and that's why you have that high pitch. He should use the Clint. I did not inhale. Yes, we were smoking balloons, but I did not inhale. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not inhale the marijuana smoke. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That's getting worse. That sounded kind of Forrest Gump. My shit's fucked up. It was just a birthday party. Come on. It's just a birthday party. Looks like Vali's going to get some minutes. That's nice to see. Bentancur replacing Bissouma. I just joined. What the hell I missed? You missed a whole bunch of shit, baby. You missed a whole bunch of shit. Nick Carey. But the first 20 minutes, it'll tell you how I feel about it. And then everyone said, I'm Jacob Reagan. Send the link, and I'll join you, Jacob. All right, cool. Let me copy that. Let me go Ellie. There you are. There's a link. Let's see what Ellie say. First question I'm going to ask her, did you inhale your gas tonight? Did you smoke that gas, girl? You find that gas? Hey, big up Darren Wimbledon. The man so fancy they named a whole tournament after him. Or it's a venue, I'm not sure. They do say that the English are having to pull their own teeth might be the reason for an anesthetic of sort. Interesting. Maybe. That's the Godfather. On this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. I don't know what this says. Where are you? Where did you go? Korean text. Dun, 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 dun. Where did you go? Oh. I wanna know. I don't see the Korean in the chat. The Korean text. I don't see it. Where is it? Sorry. Zapur, can you help me? Please. Can you translate that for me? He isn't looking forward to the move. He feels comfy because he knows his job is safe. Very fair point. Bro inhaling that gas because he's like, I'm good. They won't sack me. I'm the number 8, baby. They let Harry Winks wear the number 8 for years and years. So there we are. Baluma. There we are. Sal does an impression of Brando wedding. My daughter's wedding in Sopranos, so he gets a pass. Thank you, Lenny Mac. He does. She's on this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Of course, it's the Sun. Is the Sun like TMZ or something? Fuck yeah, let's take the drugs and win the league. I don't see any other way for our club to. Maybe, bro, I'd still be upset if he did. No, I'm not going to say it, I'm going to say if he did steroids, but at least do a performing enhancer. Don't do a fucking suppressor, I don't know. The Nancy Reagan comments are silly. David says, yeah, it's a pile-on. We grow up, don't we? I did ease way back when, wanted my job in mining more. Again, way back when. And David Shear, you weren't a professional athlete. And David Shear, there weren't thousands of children that wear your shirt, thousands of adults that wear your shirt and look up to you and look to you to bring better days to your club. David, again, I'm speaking to you personally here because I fucking bought Bissouma's shirt. I really want you to listen to my first 20 minutes. And y'all can say it's a pile-on. Y'all can tell me I'm fucking crazy. I don't care. But I had hopes that this guy would come into my club and help turn things around. And when he's doing shit that is the same shit that Dele Alli was doing, and we saw how quickly he fell off a cliff. I got a problem with that. Again, not judging him as a human. I'm judging him as an employee of Tottenham Hotspur, the club I want to see lift trophies. I don't want to see a guy doing things that's going to hold himself back, therefore holding us back, and let alone the distraction of this. If he gets suspended, he is a detriment to our club at that point. If he gets suspended. And I'm not trying to overdo it. I just feel so passionate about it because I'm so disappointed in him. I expected more. I wanted him to lead the example. All preseason, he was cooking, showing me, okay, I can turn with the ball like you saw me do the first 9 matches last year. I can progressively carry the ball and pass the ball progressively. I can. And I was like, great. But then you're doing things that are going to take away from your athletic ability, your mental ability. I don't like that when I require those 2 things for you. Again, if you're fucking my friend, if you're my friend, you're a dude, David, if it's you, I say just be careful. An old man hit me up saying, oh, I did all these drugs. I say, cool, man. Did you have a, sober driver? Are you being safe? Did you Uber? That's all I care about. Because I don't require your physical ability for nothing. But for Bissouma, I do. How do I add the sticker? I think you gotta hit something. Bro, helium is inert. I don't know what y'all talking about helium. I'm talking about nitrous oxide. Jacob, check WhatsApp. Bro, I'm in the middle of a show and you sent me a video about people being like, I don't live in New York. I'll check it when I'm done with the show, my G. What the fuck? I'm doing a solo show here. Big up, Jacob. I heard about people who use nitrous oxide and ended up on crutches after they lost feeling in their feet. Not much of a flex, is it? Oh, look at me puffing gas, jeopardizing my career. And speaking of jeopardizing his career, he's slumming it tonight. He asked for the link and he shall receiveth. We've got the one and only live and direct from the seat of his car. Have you inhaled your nitrous oxide this morning or no?
Well, hang on. So I got a tip off about this from Mountain Bushman. So is the story that he inhaled nitrous oxide or helium, or what is it, Jacob?
That he was inhaling balloons in a car.
Right, so it's helium.
So that's what you say.
Well, and he made his voice go silly. Is that the deal, is it?
So, here we go. Let me do this.
That's not drugs, man. It's fucking helium.
It's not helium. It's fucking laughing gas. It was in the Snapchat. People saw the like they sell for like whipped cream. I've seen kids doing it on YouTube and shit. I'm like, God damn, this generation's so fucked. Your frontal core. The frontal lobe of your brain isn't fully developed till you're 25, so kids doing it is extra dangerous, let alone a full-grown adult. It's probably not as detrimental to his health. But again...
Well, they do give it to women in labour, so I don't think it has that much of an effect on
No, they give
people,
them fentanyl.
You know?
They give them fentanyl.
No, laughing gas. You can have laughing gas, nitrous oxide. I remember, because when my ex was in that situation, I was having a good old chug on it.
So a person who's gone to school for 10 years to be a doctor in anesthesiology, administering a medicine for a medical procedure, is a lot different than a professional athlete 7 days before the season starts inhaling the same thing you would give someone who's about to go under for fucking therapy, or excuse me, for surgery.
It's just a hose. You just push it. You administer it yourself. You just go toot toot.
I understand how easy it is to apply the said drug. I am aware. When I was in high school, what I saw people doing was whippets, and they were like these little tiny NOS cartridges for whipped cream. And I was like, that looks fucking stupid, is my first impression. And the people who were doing it were not the brightest people. So I was like, the connection may be there. That was when I was a child. Real quick, Jerome sent in a super chat, says, wait, what? I swear Bissouma is becoming such a disappointment. Stop focusing on football, and now drugs tear his contract instantly.
Is this all bloody, has everyone turned into like Nancy Reagan? It's nitrous oxide, man. It's not a drug.
They call me Jacob Reagan. Nitrous oxide is a drug.
Well, it's not much of a drug.
I'm on the alcohol and food. I'm on the Alcohol and Drug Foundation. And I'm looking here. Talk to me about drugs. Drug facts. It is a drug. Alcohol is a drug. Tylenol is a drug. Aspirin is a drug. It's all drugs. So it's a spectrum. I'm not judging someone for using drugs. Motherfucker takes a Benadryl. I'm not gonna say he's a crackhead.
So if he'd have had half a pint of shandy or something like that, you'd be pissed off as well, would you?
I would be pissed if he was like drinking and driving and posting it on social media. Yes.
No, I'm not drinking and driving. No.
He's in a car huffing nitrous oxide, and I'm supposed to say, "Oh, boys will be boys."
Was he driving?
Well, I would assume no, because he's literally got the balloon in the can in his hand. It feels like you're trying to find excuses, Paul. You're trying to excuse it. Let me ask you this.
Land of the free, my fucking ass. Here we go.
Land of the free to make stupid fucking decisions that I scold you for, yes. Just because it's the land of the free doesn't mean you can go commit crimes that are illegal, that are in law. Don't do this, you will be punished. And then he does it and says, hey, everyone, look at the fucking crime I committed. And then I'm supposed to say, whatever. Whatever. Let the man be the man. That's what I'm not. Again, bro, you said it's not a drug. It's a fucking drug. That's not true. Everything is a drug. That is man-made. And that, I mean, we can look up the definition of drug, but I feel like it's kind of lame. Because, bro, again, I said if he was smoking weed, I could at least say, you know what? He has a lot of wear and tear on his body, and this is a recovery thing that in America it's recognized as a recovery, like athletes, professional athletes who have that amount of stress on their body. It's good for the joints and muscles and all that. It's a recovery thing. I could try and excuse it.
Are you saying like if a footballer gets to go to the dentist with toothache and they give him a little bit of laughing gas to, distract away from the pain of the drill, that's it? It's a performance de-enhancing thing. Shouldn't be doing it. And don't give me this. It was given by a medical professional, that stuff, because they do. They give it to women in labour.
Is he a woman in labour?
No, he's a guy.
Is he doing a fucking surgery? Is he getting a tooth pulled? Is he getting his spleen removed? Is he getting his fingernails painted?
God, man, oh man, God, the moral indignation is palpable.
Bro, what?
What's the mood of the chat? I see you got a poll. How's that going?
Some people are calling me Jacob Nancy Reagan, and some people are saying, some people are as upset as I am. And again, I'm upset because I had expectations for him. If you are fucking Johnny Johnson that I went to high school with, I have zero expectation. I don't give a fuck what you do. I have no judgment to pass on to you. But when you are a person whom I am hoping you can revitalize, revamp, and teach the young kids that play the same fucking position as you how to be a professional and how to excel at your position, like when I'm holding you to that standard and you're doing something I've seen a bunch of stupid people I went to high school with do, I lose respect for you. I'm sorry. I'm a grown man. And if my grown man friend hit me up and said, oh, bro, I'm doing the fucking nitrous oxide, this no big deal, I'd be like, okay, where's your kids? Where's your dog? Are you taking care of the things you need to take care of? The people who depend on you. And we at Tottenham depend on him. Maybe I am being crazy and I'm emotionally involved because I rated Bissouma before he came here, and now he's doing all this. He's been playing 50-50. Bro, if he was the best player in our squad, I'd say, you know what? Let the motherfucker inhale the gas if he's doing his shit, because clearly it's working for him. But if you're a man and you're putting shit performances, now I got an excuse. I also got Ellie. Big up Ellie.
Maybe that's what he was doing before the start of the season last year. He was having a quick toot on nitrous oxide, and then the moral majority of Jacob, Nancy Reagan, comes along and says, "Don't stop you having your fun, Bissouma," and he went to shit. Anyway,
bro, have your fun. I said this at the beginning of the show. I said, have your fun when the off season starts, not when you're about to fucking start the goddamn season that I need you to perform in. That's what pisses me off. That's why I'm so upset about it. Not what he did. Again, it's not it's also, if you do that, don't let me be in a position where now I'm looking at it. If you're, again, because if he didn't put it on Snapchat, I wouldn't be up here saying, fuck off, Bissouma, I'm pissed off at you. Again, I never said tear up his contract because I don't know. I'm not judge, jury, executioner. My moral compass is not the one we should look for when we say, what is the right punishment for Bissouma? I'm not. That's why I left it open, because I want to see how people see what we should do. But for me, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And you know me, Paul, I love having fun. And when I was a kid, I did all types of sorts of shit. But again, nitrous oxide was one of the things I remember vividly being like, yeah, a bunch of stupid people are doing it, and then they are like, I see them next week doing it again, and they're more stupid, and we're supposed to be learning at this time. That's when I was like, this drug is clearly fucking with their heads. And those same people who used and huffed gas every weekend, from my experience, they amounted to shit. I want Bissouma to amount to more than shit. I want Bissouma to be the best number 8 in the league so I can brag like I was trying to do last year, the first 10 games of the season. He let me brag about our number 8 and say, we've got, fuck you, Arsenal, you spent $100 million, we've got Bissouma. And now it's like, he's huffing a gas. It's pregnant women under surgery get it. You getting your fucking teeth removed, you go under laughing gas. Let me hear someone else's opinion, because I think people know how I feel. I do have a couple super chats, a couple sponsorship deals I want to go through real quick. Rowan Kumar, member for 9 months, says it's healthier for his body than drinking beers, to be honest. Could be true. Alcohol is the worst drug. Again, I aforementioned, alcohol is the only drug that once your body is physically dependent on it, if you remove it from your life, you will die. Laughing gas is not like that. Heroin is not like that. But I don't want him using heroin just because it's better than alcohol in that sense anyway. Just a Harmless Potato says, honestly, I don't see a future for Bissouma at Spurs. Just Harmless Potato, big up for 7 months of support. And Jerome with the $10 super chat says, Paul, how could you defend something like that? He is an athlete representing Spurs, and he is taking drugs and showing it online. Are you having a laugh? This is not acceptable, says Jerome.
I don't know, man. Nitrous oxide, it's just, to me, it's not like a big deal, you know. So, oh well, just me then. But no, he's an idiot for video.
No, you're not alone. You're not alone. Rick says I'm overreacting. Rowan has said that, I think Rowan called me Nancy Reagan. Someone called me Nancy Reagan. Again, I would prefer you call me Mr. Mackey from South Park. Okay. Kids, I'm telling you right now, don't do drugs. It's going to fuck your brain up. Maybe I wouldn't be overreacting if I did the whole show like a Mr. Mackey. But, okay, kids, the drugs are really going to fry your brain. And when I rely on you, I don't want you to do stupid things. So, Ellie, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Did you huff your gas this morning?
No, I'm chewing gum though. I'm doing a bird bowl, but I'm not going to choke on mine, hopefully. Right. So,
chewing gum's bad, okay? You got to be real gentle with your teeth. They're the only ones you got your whole life.
Spit it out at the end. Right. So I've got mixed emotions about this one, right? Because I used to deal with kids that had run away from home because their parents were doing hard drugs, you know, and like getting all sorts of shit like alcoholism, drugs with like heroin and cocaine. But what I do, I think he's wrong in doing it and publicising it and making a big deal of it. But I'm all for redemption because, you know, like he's made the mistake. If he puts his hands up, and hands himself into Postecoglou, I'm sure Postecoglou would get his cane out and spank him a few, you know, because at the end of the day, he's representing our club. And we don't want to see this sort of thing because we've seen it with Delhi, right? And he went off the rails. And I just feel that, you know, he's got to be responsible for the kids as well because it's not a hard drug. He's having a bit of fun. But still, you have to be responsible as a professional athlete, you know, especially like you said, Jacob, 1 week before the season starts. And look, he could have the league throw the book at him as well to make an example of him. But maybe it's his way of a cry for help because he has been acting a bit weird since he came back from the AFCON. Sorry, from AFCON. Sorry, I called it AFCON. He's been a bit out of sorts and maybe he's feeling a bit down and he needed a little boost, so he had a little bit of laughing gas. So we can't be too harsh on the lad. You know, I'm with Hotspur Hippie. It's not a hard drug, but you know, I think if the club
It's not. Hang on. So let me just. I love you so much, Ellie, and I love the differing opinions here. But when you say that it's not a hard drug, and Paul, whom also agrees with you, is not a hard drug, yet says when a woman is going through the most painful experience that she will ever experience physically, that is what they give her. Yeah, it's not a hard drug, though.
No, I've had it, and it takes you to a new planet. Just put it that way. I went really high when I had it with Angela because
Were you playing for ladies? Were you playing for Tottenham Hotspur women at the
Well,
time?
I've got to go, Jacob. I'm gainly employed. Cheers, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey,
See you, Ellie. See you,
I'll put your
Jacob.
link in the description. The
Link
link for Hotspur Hippie will be in the description.
But remember, I was having a baby and they gave it to me. They gave me another drug, an epidural, which was even worse because that's like a needle in the back. Because I had such a stressful time giving birth to Angela. It was 38 hours, Jacob. So they did give me the laughing gas. I'm telling you, it takes you to a new spectrum. It takes you really high.
I have never done it. I have been with groups of people where sections of them are doing various different things. I've seen that it's like a 3-minute thing. It takes you to another dimension. It's like, whoa. And it's like, wah, 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 wah. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it's having a laugh. Cool. Yeah, no. But like, I'm a person who needs Bissouma to ball for my team. Yeah. Not be a guy who's taking something that they give to you when you're about to have a baby.
Yeah, and he hasn't been balling for us for about...
No. That is the other thing. Like, if it is a cry for help, I want to help him. I'm also saying I'm not saying I'm very upset and disappointed, but I'm not saying let's just rip his contract up and fuck him. Because if it is, I genuinely care about Bissouma as a person. And I like Dele Alli. I don't want him at my club necessarily, but I do want him to be okay as a human because I care about him. He played for my club. There's a part I have for him. He'll always have that. Like Emerson Royale, I didn't like the motherfucker, but he played for Tottenham, so there's always going to be that, you know? And so it's like, for me, I'm definitely more of a do as I say, not as I do individual because I like to have fun. I've done stupid various things when I was young.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're about to turn 28 at the end of this month.
Yeah. The club, it depends on what the club think about it as well. We can speculate on what we feel is the right and wrong thing to do, but the club are going to do something. They have to be seen to be making a stand against it. Because if you brush it under the carpet, is saying to every kid out there that it's okay to do this, and it's not okay to do it, especially for a professional athlete or anyone in life, you know, like who are looking after children, like as a parent, you've got to be responsible, right? So I think the club have to make a stand and say, look, Bissouma, this is give him a warning, right? If you do it again, that's it. That's your career done at Spurs, because the boy has got talent. He needs, maybe this, like I said, Jacob, this is a cry for help, you know, because he has been going through a lot of things, like when he feigned that dive against Luton. You don't do that if you're just mentally.
Oh, that pissed me off. But I can forgive you for being stupid on the pitch. Stupid. But is your low IQ, is your poor decision making down to your drug use?
Well, he didn't do it at Brighton, did he? Or did he? Because like there was all that controversy about him maybe doing something with a girl, right? And
that's all alleged. And again, I don't know enough about it to speak about it.
5 mil. It was all alleged.
It don't look good though. The optics aren't great.
Right, and they shipped him out at 25 mil when you know that if that was Bissouma, right, and he didn't have any baggage, he would have gone for more than 50 million, because he was cooking at Brighton. He was fabulous. That's why we bought him. And then he comes to our club. The first 10 games, he's performing like we've never seen him play for Brighton even. Like, and he's cooking. And then suddenly he does this thing against Luton, which was, well, they say it's out of character, but when you think about it, it was out of character when at his Spurs career, but we don't know everything, all the ins and outs of what he was doing at Brighton and why they wanted to ship him out.
You always have an opinion of a guy, right? When you first meet him, there's an instant opinion. There's a way that they come off. And you know, there's people that my first impression of them was like, man, I fucking hate this guy. I can't stand this guy. And I end up loving them. And they're my favorite person. You know what I mean? And vice versa, where I'm like, oh, this person's so cool, so awesome. Like, so yada, yada. And like your perception changes. And when we brought him to us, I already had my first impression, which was every time we played this dude, he fucked us up in the midfield. He bossed us in the midfield. I can't wait to see him ball in a Tottenham shirt. I have a number 38 Bissouma Champions League shirt in the closet. That's how much I rate him. So I'm coming from a position where I'm very disappointed because of where I rated him. But again, the flop at Luton was like, maybe he's dumber than I thought he was. I didn't think he was this dumb, but this is dumb. Doing nitrous oxide is dumb as an athlete. Now, again, I'm not Judge Judy. I'm not here to say what you should and shouldn't do. But what I find the most stupid part about it is you filmed it and you put it on social media. You're trying to, like what you said, Ellie, he's trying to have a laugh, trying to release some steam. Season's about to start. Let's have some fun. Night out. Let's assume this is not a regular thing for him, inhaling nitrous oxide. And he's just releasing some steam. Okay? Who, whenever they're doing their vice to cope with their life, says, let me film it. Like if that is what it is, it reminds me of those people on TikTok who are like crying and they're filming themselves crying, like, oh, they just broke up. And it's like, you're doing it for the camera. You're crying because you're filming because you're crying, and it's a reciprocal kind of thing. So for me, I struggle with like accepting a first team player, a name I thought would be a staple on this sheet by now when we signed him. I thought he's a surefire number 8. He's going to be there. Lock it in. Just like I'm locking in Vicario. I'm locking in Porro, Romero, I'm locking him in. I was expecting him this season to do that. Lock in and show Archie Gray and Lucas, you're that guy. And they need to take it from you, which would then in turn make them better. That's what I hope. And now this makes me feel like that's not going to happen. Like he's not going to reach those heights. He's going to show us what he showed us last year. Bozo-ness, inconsistencies, and some good shit. And that's not enough for me, because drugs or no drugs, the performances haven't been good enough from Bissouma, bottom line. And I want them to be better. That's where all this starts. I want him to be better, and his performances haven't been good enough. And when he's doing shit, like if we just want to treble and this comes out, I don't give a fuck, bro. We just want to treble. I more care about like what we just done. but we are literally trying to do something here. And you're like the dude in the class project who's like, you want to get high? Like Towley in South Park. We're trying to do this very constructive thing. Hey, kids, you want to get high? It's just like, come on. I need a little bit more. The responsibility was more. If you were a child, I'd say, yeah, you're a stupid fucking kid. Learn from this. Slap him on the wrist. For me, I don't know what the punishment is with a grown-ass man who's about to be 28 years old. I got married when I was 28. I had kids when I was 30. Shit never been the same since. So, again, coming from an old cranky bastard, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm Nancy Reagan. I don't know. I'm not saying rip his contract up. I'm saying help the man first and then help the team as well. Like by helping the man, you help the team. You either get him out and you help him, or you keep him around, you help him, and hopefully he helps us. But the end goal is for him to help us, right?
Yeah. You're a guy who loves your club, and you want your club to have the players that can affect the game more than other players. And Bissouma's one of those players. When he's cooking, right? And like, we haven't even won a single, yet alone a treble. We've won one bloody cup in 24 years, and now we're expecting Bissouma to come in and cook for us and make us feel proud that we're Spurs supporters, and we can say to Arsenal, you've got Declan Rice, but we've got Bissouma. Like,
I said that for 9 games. I said that for 9 games.
That song goes, isn't it? Bissouma.
Big up Jerome with the super chat says,
song, isn't it? We want to be
now we're going to be singing Baluma.
We don't want Baluma, we want Bissouma. And you know, when I see him around the club, he's got a very loose cannon. You know, I don't know, he's a happy-go-lucky sort of chap, yeah?
I don't know about loose cannon, but I feel like he's got that, like, I want to come off as the cool guy in school.
Yeah.
Like, he gives that vibe of, like, I'm so cool. And again, if I'm rich and I, want to live a designer, I wouldn't. I would live out on a ranch, minimal expenses, save it for my family. But hey, if I got that much money, I might be buying expensive shit, living a lavish lifestyle. I'm not judging any of that. I support it. Live the best life you want to live. Live the life that makes you the best player for Tottenham Hotspur. That's what I care about most.
Yeah.
Now, if people think drug use helps him in that avenue, that's your opinion. I, however, think that drug use does not help him become the best player that he is ever going to be at Tottenham Hotspur, because we rely on his brain and his physical body. And if you're doing something to hinder both of those, to me, you're not being the best version of yourself.
Yeah, true. And you hit the nail on the head, because you love your club, Jacob. Like, we all love our club, yeah? But you're very passionate, and it comes clear to all.
I lose my shit on a preseason game, Ellie. You probably didn't see my watch long. I lost my fucking head. Harry Kane, I had a bipolar moment. I don't know if you saw my Harry Kane moment. Yes, it was very bipolar. I was like, fuck you. I love you. I hate you. Love you, Harry Kane. But then he shot at us, and I really took that personal. I'm not going to lie. Like, I took it personal when he shot at us.
It's like me with Højbjerg, isn't it? Everybody does it. A lot of people don't understand why I like Højbjerg, but I try to put it in a nutshell to say that he's consistent and he fights for the team, and I like him. I just like that type of combative player who will give his all. He's not the most skillful. You like a lot of players with a lot of skill. So do I. Don't you think I like Hoddle and Gaza and Ginola, the players that get you off your seat? Bauer, Modric and Berbatov and Sheringham and Klinsmann and Mabert and Perriman, all the players that are fantastic for our club, right? But there's horses for courses, right? And Bissouma, we bought him to fit a bill, and he hasn't lived up to that bill, has he? He's like fallen short. And you think, why ain't you doing it, Bissouma? You've got it all. You've got it in your feet to affect games, and you just need to get it in your bonds, right? It's got to go from his feet to his brain, right? Because his brain is not right.
And his position, you are the literal engine of what drives us forward. You need to be creative. You need to be on point. Your reaction to everything needs to be. Focus. Now, again,
focus is very important as well. Optimal
brain function is like I need optimal brain function. I don't do drugs because I have kids. That's what relies on me, right? So I'm not sitting here doing drugs that's gonna fuck up my brain because it's gonna make me worse of a supervisor and parent, guardian, etc. if I'm fucking high, or even if at night if I'm fucking high. Like, to me, it's just you reach a certain point in your life where you should have grown out of that. You should have inhaled all the nitrous oxide you're gonna inhale, unless it's for fucking surgery. But again, like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't care if you're inhaling it, dude. Don't upload it to fucking Snapchat. Hotspur hippie. Which, let me read the super chat from Jerome, and then we're gonna wrap up very soon. Jerome says if he needs help, then say it or talk to someone. He's an idiot for doing that 1 week before the season starts. That is a ban for sure. I don't know if it's a ban. I don't know if it's a ban. I think he's an idiot for doing it and posting it to Snapchat. Absolutely. But hey, Paul.
Hey, man. I've teleported.
You've dropped the person off.
Yeah, done. That was a cool $15. That one.
Nice.
I'll be able to get myself some nitrous oxide canisters.
There you go. Get yourself a fucking new spigot to suck on, right? Rowan says, you're so overreacting, Jacob, talking about Biz like he's doing it 24/7. He has left the book. Like, he brought, real quick, I just want to differentiate this. Like, I didn't bring this. I didn't say, look what I found, Bissouma doing this. Let's all look into it. He showed it to me. He made me look at the book. And then I read a page and said, I wonder what the next page says. And then I said, here's how I feel about that book after I fucking read it, the book that he presented to me. And it's like, I take the book and the person and their past actions and how they've performed in the 2 years that he's been here. How has he performed? Meh. So now he has made me the one inferring that potentially the shittiness that he wasn't this shit at Bissouma or Brighton. Like, you're at the turning point of, like, you're going to be the guy or Lucas or the kid is going to take your job. He's at that spot. And as a fan of Bissouma, I wanted to see him be the motherfucker. Now, if you're inhaling nitrous oxides, I think of you as Cletus, the motherfucker from my high school who now works at Dairy Queen. I have no expectations for Cletus. I don't give a fuck what Cletus does. Shout out Cletus. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope you're being safe.
Sign him up. Sign up, Cletus.
But I don't want him fucking orchestrating the midfield for my club.
He should get the cockerel on his chest. That's what he should do.
No, I agree with you, Jacob, that, like, based on form and based on playing, if Bissouma ain't doing it, drop him. But, you know, this other thing I think is irrelevant. There's lots of worse stuff going on in the game than that.
So, I agree. Jacob got 101 likes. Chewy the farter can eat. Chewy's going to eat. We got 101 likes. Big up. But yeah, man, again, shout out Cletus. I just don't depend on Cletus. Again, if my babysitter, if I saw her post, if I had a babysitter, if I had a babysitter whom I'm like, I'm going to depend on you to watch my child for a few hours, and then I leave and I check Snapchat and she's like, I'm about to go babysit this fucking kid. Fuck these kids. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I don't depend on her. Have a good day, Cleopatra, whatever her name is.
He's not being a babysitter, though, is he? He's a grown-ass man playing football. Are we
so
doing
play well then. Don't play like shit. Now the microscope is hard.
Playing like shit, I agree with you 100%. But all this, I'll set an example for the kids. We'll get rid of fucking gambling ads and all that sort of shit. Don't give me this set an example for the poor little children bollocks. Let's just don't wash with me, man, that one. Kids don't give a fuck.
I would say this. If I'm playing at Tottenham Hotspur Academy and you know that they parade that little fucking zoo around, they say, hey, look, there goes the first team. And think about, I'm a midfielder, and I'm like, oh, Bissouma wears number 8. Number 8's my favorite number. I love the number 8. And then you're looking up to him, and he's fucking, this fucking idiot, this fucking rage. You'd be like, maybe that's what I should do when I get older. If I would be upset if my kid looked up to Bissouma.
I don't
and that is Nancy Reagan of me. I agree.
I don't think footballers or sports people in general have a moral obligation to be some sort of role model. That's up to them.
I agree. Like with the whole stuff of like Wayne Rooney having sex with grandmas, I don't care what you do with your sex life, as long as it's not illegal. You know, as long as it's not illegal. Shout out Benzema, shout out João Pedro. I could go on and on, but I'll stop because what they do is illegal. But
yourself. I think, you know, if you look up to people, a lot of people let you down. I think you've got to get it within yourself. Be a good person within yourself. You can have good parents, but you could be a bad child, or you could have bad parents and you could be a good child. But you know, you've got a moral responsibility to yourself. What you feel is right. If he felt that smoking that stuff, inhaling that stuff was right for him, then, you know, I personally think he's made a bad choice because it's not good for the brain. It can't be because it's
and it also allows for this interpretation to happen. So whether Clement is right or not about the performances being down to the fact that he does this once in a blue moon or habitually, we don't know, right? That's speculation. But what it does allow, it's like you weren't confirmed cheating, but everyone's talking about it to your wife like you cheated on her. It's like, now you've leave that room for interpretation because there is a photo of a girl in your lap. Did you kiss her? Did you have sex with her? Probably not. Maybe not. You're telling everyone no. Some people say yes. But what is your wife going to think? Is it a good look for your wife to, like, I know it's an extreme example, but it's just, yeah, it's interesting. We're not going to land anywhere today with it, but what I don't like is that it opens it up for interpretation. When I see him do things that, if he does what he did last season in games, I'm going to legitimately, in the back of my head, whether I consciously do it or not, be like, is that because he's been fucking huffing balloons last week?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Or he's giving birth, maybe, because they give it to pregnant women who give birth?
Yeah, but if he's shit, he's shit. It doesn't matter why he's shit. I don't care. I don't care if Clement thinks, oh, that's why he's crap. If he's crap, it don't matter. Just drop him. Yeah. But if he plays well, who cares, man? Who cares? No. You've got footballers, you know, Gary Neville, Rio Ferdinand, Ian Wright, all selling the arse out of gambling to kids. This is absolutely nothing. It'd be hypocritical if any of those ex-footballers start pointing the finger. But but I agree with you. If he's shit, we don't know the reason why he's been shit. Get rid of it for that reason. It's got nothing to do with him doing something dumb with nitrous oxide. I mean, the guy's an idiot for posting it online, but, you know, it's a stupid internet world we live in these days, isn't it? Everyone does dumb things online.
Yeah, they do. They do a lot of worse dumb things, but I think when he's posted it online, maybe it's to say, look, I'm doing wrong, I need to stop. Some people
or his head was banging and he accidentally hit share to my story when he meant to send it to his homie who's probably Son Heung-min on the other side huffing a balloon. I don't know. Do I want Son huffing a balloon? No. But am I going to abscond him for it? No, but I will be upset about it. So I don't know. Again, it's just, I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know what the right thing to do is. There's a poll in the chat. I'm going to end the poll. 157 votes. Almost half of you say get him gone, make an example out of him.
Wow.
The other parts of you are just like me. I don't know, but he is definitely more stupid than I thought he was. I don't know what the right thing to do is with him, but what I do know is I definitely view him as more fucking stupid. He is on the same playing field as Cletus Johnson, all right? So Cletus and Dairy Queen, shout out my G, but you shouldn't have inhaled all those fucking whippets, all right? Ellie, you got any final thoughts before we say goodnight?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Marseille to watch Højbjerg play. You know what? He had a fantastic Euros, right? And I just wish Postecoglou had given him more of a chance because he would have performed a lot more consistently, as he's proved the previous 2 seasons when we had him. Because under Conte, we made Champions League. I'm not saying he's the best player because he's not the best player. Of course he's not. But he's consistent, and that's what you need in a team. And he's a number 6 that we're missing. we sold him to, well, he's on loan, but with an obligation to buy. So I will be paying a trip to Marseille, to watch my boy, only the once, because I'm not that keen. You know, I like him, but I'm not going to spend thousands and thousands of pounds. I can always watch him on telly. Plus, I want to see what we do as a club. Hoiberg has gone now, he's history, right? So I want to see how Bissouma's going to react now to all the publicity that he's going to get. Because everybody who's anybody is going to throw the book at him. They will, right? And I just want to see how we perform as a club as well. And if we can bloody win a trophy, that would be nice. Come on. 1 in 24 seasons, that's shit. It really is shit. And I'm fed up with it. I want to see us progress. And I think Postecoglou's the man to do it, because he's got the right mindset. He just needs a few more technical players who can actually hold the ball for us. And then I think we'll be cooking. But we need players like Bissouma, because he's talented.
Yeah.
You know, we need him to perform at his level.
Yeah.
Right? So that's Postecoglou's job and the backroom staff to get him right. It's not our job. We can only speculate on what he's been doing. It's up to the management team to get him right and get his mindset right, so that he can cook. Because we haven't been cooking as a club, have we? So if the players that...
But he was a part of what I thought we would cook.
Yeah, we need to win. We need to become winners again.
Big up, Lisa.
Being a loser.
I'll tell you all the people I can visually remember who huffed nitrous oxide. They didn't go on to become winners in life. They went on to impregnate some girl who had just as much aspirations as them. Now they got 3 kids with 4 baby mamas.
Yeah.
This is your brain. This is your brain on nitrous oxide.
No, Paul. The commercial. I'm gonna do the commercial. The deflated lady on the couch. Cindy, do you want to go ride the bike outside? Those are fun. I love the scare them until they stop doing drugs thing. That's a great tactic, because literally that's my thought that I'm gonna go with for my kids, is just scare the hell out of them. God's always watching. When you do bad things, he saw that, and he's gonna tell daddy. All right. And I'll do a whole stream saying why my kids should also not do laughing gas, because it is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
3 kids, 4 baby mamas.
Matter football. I've got to go now. Sorry. Bye, everyone.
Big up, Paul. There's your final thoughts. I was about to ask him for his final thoughts, and there they were. Let me. Yeah, he's making that money. Big up to Paul. His channel is in the description of this video. Shout out to the sponsors tonight. Drula, member for 9 months. That's a whole YouTube baby. Zapur and I have a 2-month-old YouTube baby. Big up Zapur. TJ Warren with the first super chat. Benito Sotelo with the second. And then Jerome, not just once, not just twice, but thrice, because he is so nice. Big up to Jerome. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for the support tonight. You helped me tell my wife I did this for a reason. Go scream in the other room about another grown man's actions. So thank you for that. Big up Just a Harmless Potato, member for 7 months. Almost a baby. Not quite yet a fully grown potato yet. Rohan, member for 9 months. Hey, big up Rohan. I like the conversation, because again, I always say here, whether it be in football or in life, I don't know everything. I am still learning and growing as a human. Therefore, I am prone to make errors in my assessments. I could have it completely wrong with Bissouma. I could have it completely right, or it could be like in the middle somewhere. That's the fun part about life.
Anyway, no, you got to have some humility in life as well, Jacob. It's not good to be a know-all, because people don't like know-alls.
I'm humbled. I am old enough to know that I don't. If you would have talked to me when I was 18, 19, 20, I'd have been like, "Fuck you! I know everything. No one can tell me nothing." But I'm at a stage in life where I'm just like, I barely made it out of that shit, and I'm glad I did.
You're on the learning curve.
Yeah.
You learn a lot from the woman in your life as well, Jacob.
Yes. Getting married and having kids does change a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to smoke cigarettes for years because This is my final thought. Like, I used to smoke cigarettes for years because I figured I ain't going pro at ball, so fuck it. I'm gonna live for now and try and make myself feel better now. Jordan, I put the link here. Big up Cursor. I put the link here if you did want to get a membership. It's up to you. There's a bunch of different tiers depending on how much you want to financially invest in this channel. All is appreciated. Or you could just like and subscribe, share the video. All those things are free. It helps the channel grow. I try and say share the video. Share the video. Definitely helps. But I used to smoke cigarettes. And when I met my wife and we were dating, it was something I didn't like that I did. But I couldn't help it. I had to. I needed it. So what I did was I would hide it. Spray cologne, spray clean, toothpaste. I smoked 2 cigarettes on the way to go see my wife when she was my girlfriend. And she wouldn't know that I smoked anything on the way to, like, when I walk in, because I would take care of it, right? And I did that. And then eventually she found out, I told her that I used to smoke all the time and I had nicotine fits, etc. And then what I would do, as any ungovernable husband does, you do little things behind your spouse's back. And so I would have a little emergency pack of cigarettes. I would chew the nicotine gum and be like, yeah, I'm not going to smoke anymore. But sometimes you just want to smoke a fucking cigarette. And so there's a panel in the back of the trunk of the car I could remove, stash a glove and a pack of cigarettes back there. My wife will never check back there. Even if she gets a flat tire, she ain't going to find this fucking pack of cigarettes that I hid. So by me saying all that is, when I had kids, it was no longer what could I get away with. It became, if I smoke this cigarette, it is potentially shortening the amount of time I have with my children. And the thought of that made me regret the previous 10 years of smoking. I'll be so honest. And that's why, like, as I know Bissouma's a dad, as a dad, I would have hoped that you make conscious decisions that don't hinder your ability to be the best version of you. Because there's children that depend on you above all else. Above Tottenham, above all that, your fucking children. Now, if they Google Bissouma, just Google the word Bissouma. I'm Googling my last name. Haha, let's see my heritage. It brings up Yves Bissouma, and on the bottom right, oh, you can't see that. And on the bottom right, it's the photo of him huffing gas. Oh, my daddy apologized for huffing gas on Snapchat? Poor kid. Anyway. That's my final thought. I do got to wrap up the show because, speaking of wife, I am trying to stay married, and this has been a 2-hour show, something I told her I wouldn't do anymore. But here we are. I definitely, the likes are up, so Chewy's going to get fed, but I do have to get back to real life. So, Ellie, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Shout out Paul for sharing his opinion. Shout out everyone in the chat who liked, subscribed, and shared their opinion. Now, allegedly, we are over 100 likes, so I'm going to refresh and check. 106 likes. That's perfectly fine. That's even though 40-some people didn't like, but they voted. That's okay. That's okay. You're just not supporting the channel, and that's fine. I don't need everyone to support me. I only want the people who do support me to do it. So hold that, you fraud. But anyway, shout out the sponsors. Shout out all the YouTube chat members. Might be live tomorrow, depending if there's fucking emergency meeting. Hopefully Archie Gray's not like, let me be like Big Boy Bissouma. Hello, Snapchat. It's just helium. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Let me know in the comments below after the video post what you think. Is this a laughing matter? Question mark. Anyway, stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know